name's Charlotte Dryden and I am the Creative Development Coordinator here at the OEM Music Centre.
My name's Paul, I'm Outreach and Admin Officer here at the OEM Centre.
It's a new project called Scratch My Progress, where we take on artists and work with them over a series of months and give them as much information about the industry as possible. Put together a CD which I have in front of me. Tonight is all about the showcase event.
My name is Katharine Philippa and I am a singer-songwriter. Scratch My Progress is basically a mini development programme which takes you through basically everything you should know as an artist in the world. Because it is a place that you can easily feel lost in.
Oh yeah, is here as a hub, a music hub, and there are various businesses operating from within the building.
You walk through our doors and everything is sitting here ready to go. You know, you can knock on a door and speak to Third Bar. You can open another door, there's Small Town America. You can open another door, there's Score Drum Music. Both young, old, anyone who wants to further their musical career can come here, they can network, and they can meet people who will help them build their career.
The scheme is just sort of, it's like walking into a house and all the lights coming on. You know, stuff's illuminated and, you can start to explore, with open eyes. We had Domino Records talking on a photo shoot as well by Carrie Davenport. So it's supportive, it's a boost as well as growth,
Our mantra is open doors to music potential, and this project is about spotting music potential.
My name is Conor Brown. I like to write sort of electro pop. 2 solo artists and 2 bands were selected basically for the project, and we were selected. It was almost like I sort of saw it in a way, it was like an investment in us, an investment in our future, because they were sort of letting us do things, like letting us meet new people and giving us access to practice rooms, rehearsal rooms, recording studios. One of the most worthwhile things I think was the contacts I've made. I've talked to people like who are working with Snow Patrol and Van Morrison and like some of the top names, like real top names, and those contacts that I have, they're not contacts for me that are just going to disappear,
I'm Rachel Austin. I was doing vocal coaching for the Scratch program here at Oh Yeah. Basically, I kind of just went over a variety of things with them, good vocal health, just watching them also with their stage technique. Here at Oh Yeah, there's a lot of resources available to them. It's a pretty valuable experience.
We felt nothing was too small. We looked at stage management, we looked at invoicing, we looked at PR, we looked at how to do interviews, how to contact people, how to use Facebook, and how are you going to pay your rent. So we looked at all these things in depth.
I'm Mark, I'm bassist in Everyday Superheroes. We had so many different industry people come in. There was guys from Domino Records, there was different lawyers and stuff, and it was a fantastic insight into the way the whole thing works and the whole business side of it, rather than just getting on stage doing what we do best kind of thing. Having met 22nd Century and Katharine and Conor, kind of made me feel there are different ways of being a great band.
Hey, my name's Andy. I play guitar and do backing vocals for 22nd Century, which is 3/4 of which are with me. Today it's a showcase for the Scratch My Progress programme, which we're part of the roster on. I think the idea was to take a couple of fresh acts, unknown acts who I guess the judges saw potential in and sort of thought over the next 6 months, let's give these guys a hand. There's so many things that you just wouldn't have thought of that they've kind of been showing us, sort of everything to do with the legal side of things. I mean, we
didn't know what a PRS or a PPL was until we started, and they were like, this is this.
So
you need to have
money.
that, otherwise you're really just playing music to no one. It's made me more positive about it all. It makes you think you could maybe do it as a career if you really, it sort of has proven that you need to put the effort in. We're going to have to work really hard if we want to do anything with it.
Hopefully over the summer now, summer 2012, I'll be recording a few more tracks, I'll be working with more people, and I'd love if people could keep in touch and keep checking up on what I'm doing, because I really appreciate it, and hopefully over the next few months you'll be hearing a few different songs anyway. So
next step is practice as much as we can. There's a few new tunes floating about, and then hopefully just keep going and going, touring, doing as much as we can.
I'd say the OES Centre definitely is to have that base whenever you walk into a house, to kind of where people gather, or where you can talk stuff over. I think everybody needs that.
We're not saying we can make you a famous, artist, and we can't take credit for some of the great things that have happened to the guys, but I think we've given them confidence and given them tools to be able to deal with things more confidently and also understand things a bit better.
It's been really interesting because we've seen this journey, and looking back 6 months ago, we saw 4 very different people than the people we see today, and some of the highlights for me are hearing Conor Brown on radio, Arts Extra, seeing Katharine Philippa in the Ulster Hall with the Ulster Orchestra, watching 22nd Century and listening to them playing on that CD that we produced, and of course Everyday Superheroes, seeing this act just get bigger and better, and it's just been so worthwhile.